Hello and welcome to GadgetGuideUSA. Thanks for watching my TL99 smart Bluetooth keyless access lock product review. This isn't normal mainly because this isn't an unboxing. It's a simulated one. I've already used the lock for a few weeks, but we're just going to go ahead and go through it anyway. Bluetooth and app enabled. It does in fact have Bluetooth. The app does work. It uses the exact same app as the TL100 that I reviewed last week or a little bit ago. So basically, since I'm lazy, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video out of the TL100 and just paste it for the TL99. The steps are the same app, so it's pointless to make a different video for the same purpose. This is the outside of the box. It looks fine. You can tell it's been smashed up. I actually forgot and threw the box around. It did in fact arrive to me in perfect shape. However, I've kind of beat it up since then. App enabled, Bluetooth, light it up. It does do all that. Create up to 300 codes. Passive mode works well. Passive mode essentially is you put in a code and then nobody has to have the code. You can walk up and push any button, it'll unlock. So if you're having a party or something, so you don't have to give everybody the code or make 1,000 codes, you just turn on passive mode, let them go in and out, and then when it's done, turn passive mode off. It's really easy. Weather sealed. While I haven't lived through any hurricanes, sorry about you guys in Texas and Florida, it has rained quite a few times. I haven't had any issues. Instant confirmation, smart battery, yada yada. Seamless. Okay, this is just a bunch of marketing stuff, but all this stuff does work. You can manage user access, send e-keys. Alright, so there's nothing on the box that's obviously 2.25 pounds. That's about right. Okay, so everything there. IP65, DC charging port. Alright, let's get into the goods. Nobody cares about the box anyway. Alright, so the first thing, we're going to go over the manual. Actually, let's wait to go over the manual. First thing, we're going to go ahead and look at the construction. To be honest, it looks exactly like a YL99 SS that I previously owned. The only thing is, it's the addition of Bluetooth, so I'm actually very familiar with, and if you watch my YL99 product review, you've seen something that looks exactly like this. However, once you get into this side and pop that open, the chip is different and stuff, but the essential operation is pretty much the exact same. Physically, it uses the exact same parts. Definitely residential quality, good latches. My YL99 still works to this day. It's almost 3 years old. So I'm very overall pleased with the manufacturing quality of the Turbolock brand, and I look forward to this working for some time. I have the TL100 on my front door. I'm going to put this TL99, or I had it on my back door. I'm going to put it back on my back door, and I'm actually going to buy a third one to put on my garage door. It's just been working out really well. Being able to open it with my phone is really nice. The only thing I wish this had was a Me Fair card like the TL100 has. But essentially I just didn't want to spend another $100. It's definitely worth it. I'm just cheap. So inside you're going to find, of course, the code side of the handle, the secure side of the handle, meaning this always opens the door. And on the secure side of the handle you're going to find a battery pack that takes 4 AAAs. It's easy to remove. You just pop them in there and pop them in. And basically once you plug them in and there's batteries in there, the unit is powered. You'll see this button here. That is a default reset button. So if you forget the password or you just want to erase all passwords and one really quick thing, you can hold this for a few seconds and it'll reset. Warning, when you reset this, it kicks all phones off the app. So if you reset this and then set the master code, you will be locked out permanently. And there's no way to get around the lock that I figured out without physically damaging this part. All the internals that you'd use to hack it are actually inside this part. And I didn't go too deep into hacking it or dumping it or anything, but at the same time, by the time you rip this door handle off and start hacking the insides of this, it would have been easier to just take a hammer and bust the handle off anyway. So if you reset the button, warning, it erases all your phones off the app and sets the master code back to 123456. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of this video, I factory reset it. So let's make sure that... Alright, the code is 123456 again, so master reset did work. You'll notice that I used this. This is a backup battery pack. I put the 4 AAAs in there simply because I did not want to put them in there because I'm going to reinstall it when I get home. This is a battery backup pack. So since this is normally installed on a door and this is the secure side, if you let the batteries die, you'd be locked out. Fortunately, at the bottom of this, there's a small plug. You can see this DC plug there. And basically, if you let the batteries die on the other side, you keep this on the outside, and it will temporarily power the unit, so you can plug it in, put in the code, unlock it, and change the batteries you let die. It does beep when the batteries are low, so you should be informed that it's low. However, if you put it on a garage and you rarely go in there, it may die and you may never hear the beep. It does include all the accessories. You can see the strike plate, which I did not use. Pretty much every time I've installed the TL100, TL99, or even the YL99 3 years ago, or around 3 years ago, I've always just used the existing strike plate. I guess the strike plate does look good and everything, but I didn't see any reason on changing it. They did include 2 of these extra screws, and these 2 screws, I can't say they always include it, but mine had 2 extra screws. These are the 2 screws that mount through this door handle on the secure side and hold the 2 sides together. So I do have extra ones, and it does fit a traditional door. Since I had it sitting there, I tried it on the door handle I was removing. They seem to be standardized screws. These are 2 strike plate screws, and they also included 2 extra strike plate screws. So I do believe they just included extra stuff with mine on accident. I don't believe that they're going to include 2 extra of these screws and 2 extra screws in every single Turbolock, so don't expect that. We have that, which I've never used. I don't know what it's for. Imagine there's probably a really important purpose for it that I don't care about. But this battery backup is very important. Make sure when you install this lock that you keep the battery backup not in the room that's locked up. Even if you use the battery backup, you still need the master password. So just because they have access to this battery backup does not mean they can open the door. They have to have the battery backup and a passcode. No matter what, you have to have a passcode. Okay. So overall, I'm not going to take this apart, but the construction is very solid. You'd be very impressed with it. I mean, it's weighty. It weighs about a little bit over 2 pounds. So we're going to go ahead and, just go ahead and twist everything. Like I said, it's the exact same as my YL99 that's been working for, 3 years or about 3 years at this point. So I've definitely trust the construction of Turbolock. Just as a little side note, this was provided to me free of charge, or kind of free. I bought a TL100 and Turbolock sent me this stainless steel TL99SS. So I do appreciate them very much. And I am going to actually purchase another one for my garage door. Alright, so this is the Turbolock TL99 manual. They do have an updated version at turbolock.com. I don't know what they updated because I haven't really looked at it. This manual worked fine for me. When I complained about the mistakes I found in the TL100 manual, Turbolock emailed me about 3 days later saying, hey, the digital version is updated. You can find it here at turbolock.com/whatever. But this manual, I don't believe I found any mistakes, but if I did, they were so minor I don't remember them. However, I would have emailed Turbolock and complained. That's my chief life skill, is complaining. Okay, so you'll go through the installation. The installation is exactly, when I say exactly like a regular door handle, exactly like a regular door handle. You're basically just going to take these 2 screws, take them apart, slide that latch in, slide both handles in, put the screws in, screw it together. You have physically installed it. It's really that simple. If you want to know how to install a door handle, watch my TL100 installation video. And the installation, this is actually a little bit easier. But if you use the TL100 video to install, this will go really easy. Mark the door, drilling holes. So that's how to install. And then how to use the admin password. By default, it's 123456, and you press pound. Using the emergency power jack, which I've already shown you, and using a user password. These instructions are pretty good, and it tells you what the default password is. And I would recommend, of course, changing the default password or the admin password to anything but 123456. That's a combination an idiot would use on their luggage. Okay. So then we have step 6. Alright, and this says using the passive function. This works fine. You basically put in the admin code, press pound, then 6, then pound, and passive mode is on. And in passive mode, anytime you push a button, it'll automatically unlock. You don't need a password. It's for a party or whatever. And when you're done, turn passive mode off, and then, it's a secure lock again. Alright, and then we have the muting feature, which is a very important feature. My biggest complaint about the YL99 I have at home is that every time you push it, it beeps. The beeps aren't too loud, but they are loud. I do wish I had muting, and the fact that this has a mute feature, I really like the fact that it has a mute feature. Just that way, if somebody's sleeping, I can get in and out of a door without, beeping up the entire house. The Turbolock app explanation in the book is very short. It doesn't go into anything about the app. It just basically says you download it, use it, and the app will tell you how. If you have any questions about using the app, watch the end of this video. I am copying my TL100 app video to the end of this TL99 install video. They use the exact same app. If you watch my TL100, then you're familiar with this, so you click that, and basically, you know, you see I have my the 204 is my front door lock. It's 29%. I need to change the batteries. I used old batteries. And this the 272 lock is this lock. It's a 71%. Once again, I used old batteries. So the last time it read was 71%. Since it's dead, it can't communicate and say, hey, I've completely removed the batteries. But the app's pretty simple. If you want to see how to use the app, check the end. And you can see my TL100. However, the app, the adding, everything is the exact same. So I'm not going to make another video for that. And then we're going to go over next. It tells you how to pair the lock. Pretty simple. How to reset the lock, which is this reset button on the very back. Like I said, don't forget. It will also erase all phones, all passwords. It's just like day one you had it. So don't reset this and then wonder why your phone won't unlock it. After you reset the phone, you have to resync every phone, or resync the admin code. Then it goes through troubleshooting, which I've never had to do. I've had the GadgetGuideUSA. It's basically this lock without Bluetooth for about 3 years. And I used this one for, I don't know, 2 weeks around there. But overall, you get exactly what you see there. Overall, the TL99 is a really solid lock. Like I said, I enjoyed the YL99 that I've had for years. It's well made, it's reliable, it's never failed me. It's lasted through at least 2 brutal Indiana winters with ice storms and all that stuff I hate. So overall, I'm really satisfied with the Turbolock brand. The YL99 has been good to me for 3 years. The TL100 has been working as my primary front door lock every single day for weeks now. And the TL99 has been installed for over 2 weeks, and I haven't had a single issue. Looking at some of the Amazon reviews, the TL100 definitely had some app problems when it first came out. However, I have not experienced them, so it seems like they did an app update that has corrected some of the issues that happened originally. But all in all, you know, take it as you will. The Amazon reviews for the TL100 are not that great. The Amazon reviews for the TL99 are fantastic, so I don't understand what the difference is because I'm having great results with all of them. As always, if you have any questions about your install, the app, or basically anything with the TL99, the TL100, or the YL99, I have all three. So be sure and email GadgetGuideUSA at gmail.com with any of your questions. I really appreciate you watching today. I couldn't be here without your support. You know, donations are always appreciated at the far left of the page, no, far right of the page. And if you have any questions, issues, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA at gmail.com. Thank you for your time. Alright, and we are back here, and we're going to, of course, talk about the Turbolock app. As you can see here, I've already got it added, but we're going to go ahead and delete that, and we're going to go start from scratch on all the stuff this app can do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And to add the lock is really easy. All you're going to do is go to your lock, put in the admin code, and it's gonna, you're gonna hear the lock activate, and then push 2# and it'll start pairing mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. And then you heard that activation. Then I'm gonna press 2# and the little turbo lock symbol starts blinking. So while you're in pairing mode, you're just gonna click plus, add a door lock. Of course, if you're doing a different Turbolock product, I guess you'd click something else, but I'm adding a door lock. You see how fast it was? Connect lock. And then it's going to go ahead and bind. Last time this happened a little bit faster. It took maybe 10 seconds, so it is taking a little bit longer than it did last time, but at the same time, hey, it bound. So it's really easy. I've actually bound and unbound this lock multiple times. What you just heard, that doorbell, means that the lock detected this phone on Bluetooth and unlocked the lock. So once you get within range, it'll automatically unlock it, which is actually pretty handy. So you can add more than one lock. As you can see here, I have the TL100. Just so all my fans know, I am also doing a video on the TL99, which is another Turbolock product, uses the same app, so it'll probably use the same video. But, stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to watch the video. You saw that blue check mark disappear? That blue check mark means it just unlocked the door, and after a few seconds it disappears. Okay, so we have our home, we have our stuff, and this is a log, and this is me sending keys back and forth. You know, different account numbers and things like that. So-and-so has sent you a key. So basically what I did is I tested it on an S5, the phone you're seeing now, a Samsung phone running S7 that I borrowed from a friend, and I tested it on iOS. And I'm going to say the iOS app is a little bit better. It's always unfortunate like that, but I'm an Android fanboy, so we're doing Android. So you have that. You have your system settings. There's not a whole lot of stuff. It tells you how to dial Turbolock support. They do answer the phone. I didn't actually talk to them. I just called it to make sure it's a real number. You know, hung up him, and then they immediately called back. So they did want to talk to me, but, you know, I was busy. So you can turn all that stuff on, push notifications. You can turn the unlock sound, that doorbell sound that you heard, if you'd like to stay signed in. So it's got all those options, and we like that if you want to close the app, but of course we don't. And then this is just the plus is where you add, you know, different items, and it says padlock and parking lock. I've never seen a Turbolock parking lock or padlock, and if you go to turbolock.com you can't find any, but I guess those are products that are coming soon. So now we're going to go ahead and click this. Now this is the lock. If you have more than one lock, they'll all be featured on that menu. So we're going to go ahead and click that, and you can see all the options here. Send key is a really important option. So basically you can put in anybody's phone number and then send them a key. And you can make it permanent or not. And you can make it time sensitive or not. So you can make, if it's temporary, you set it to expire on a certain date. If it's time sensitive, you can set them to say, hey, you can only come in between, you know, noon and 1 on Saturday. And then, you know, however you want. You want your gardener to get in the house, you know, your friend left their sunglasses, you can just send them an e-key quickly and easily. It does work very well. It worked every single time. One time it did take 2 minutes to get a key, which I understand 2 minutes doesn't seem like much, but I'm an impatient spaz, so 2 minutes felt like forever. But really, 2 minutes is very reasonable. You can manage users. I have no users. I've removed them all. All users are stored by their phone number, so I had to delete them in order to, you know, make a YouTube video. I didn't want to hand out all my friends' phone numbers. They would not be pleased. Your admin password, it does work. You click on admin password. Right now mine is set to 111111 because it's easy, but you can set your admin password to any 6-digit password you would choose. Numbers only, of course, because you have to type it into the you know, pad. Send keypad password. This is a neat one. Let's say that you know, you want to share the password with someone that doesn't have a smartphone. You know, grandma is not technologically advanced, so you can set it and say, okay, grandma, you can get in my house for the next 11 hours or days or months or whatever, or send a or you can make a permanent code if you'd rather make a permanent code. But I want grandma to be able to get in my house for the next hour. It says send password. You can copy that and send it. You can tell it to them over the phone if they don't have a smartphone. It's really easy. If you click it, it automatically copies for you, so you can send it via text. But of course, you can always tell grandma 2005620, and it does in fact expire after 1 hour. So we definitely like that feature. So you don't have to have a smartphone to get, you know, to share a key with somebody, which is really neat. Reset keys. I did it, but I couldn't figure out what it does. It does get rid of all your e-keys, so I guess that's the only purchase, or the only reason is to just get rid of all your e-keys at once. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but I guess maybe if you sold the lock. Your admin password records, you can see that, you know, all the passwords I've, you know, the 1 hour, the 1 minute, the 1 minute I was testing out to see if it really expired after 1 minute, and it does. So I've been testing it. And then we have lock information. You can change it to whatever you want. Of course, I haven't changed anything. But overall, the Turbolock app works exactly as you would expect. The iOS app is a little bit better than the Android app, but overall, both of them work very well. They're very responsive. The longest it took for the Turbolock app to unlock the lock was about 6, maybe 6.5 seconds. On average, it was about 3.5 seconds. Which I guess I was being whiny about the 6 seconds, but that still is quicker than it takes for me to unlock my door with my key. So once again, I'm just being nitpicky. Overall, the Turbolock works fantastically. Of course, if you have any questions about the app, you can always email Turbolock at wecare@turbolock.com. Or if you are worried about hacking or something you don't want to talk to Turbolock about, you can always email GadgetGuideUSA at gmail.com. But overall, Turbolock app gets my approval.